Hello, true believers. Guess what we're having for lunch? SNR New York style pizza, also known as you could also call it Costco pizza. Over here, it's called SNR. I'm not sure what SNR stands for. Shopping and I have to look that up. Anyhow, this is New York style pizza, and they are 1,000. Let me look up. Let me see here how much exactly they are. Like 679, 198. So altogether 1,161 pesos. I repeat, 1,161 for these two delicious pizzas, or 1,151. So that's about 24 dollars. Let's just say $25 just to round it. But now it's around $25 worth of pizza over here. Now, if you want to feed your family with pizza like this, you're not going to be able to pay for it with your maximum salary over here. That's not the minimum wage, but the maximum daily wage over here is probably $6. And then you're talking about $25 just for pizza. Just imagine how expensive it is. Of course, people are going to say, oh, there's cheaper pizza. This is SNR. They're not making money from the pizza. They're making money from the membership. They're just giving this to you at cost. And here it is, $25. And you're saying, oh, it's much cheaper over here because a person, even two people with the maximum daily wage over here after a college degree, can't even afford to buy his family pizza. So everybody needs to get their perspectives adjusted so they know what the reality here is in the Philippines. We're talking about $25 worth of pizza from Costco. And the most important thing why I'm making this video is I want to thank you, Quincy. Quincy, thank you very much. Last night, I woke up this morning and he gave me and the boss a very generous contribution. So thank you very much, Quincy. Quincy was an avid supporter from before I went into prison. And he was still active online when I came back. And he was the first one. And then the second person to give me a contribution was Jim Bob. So it's miracles like this that give us hope, that give us inspiration, that give us motivation. So not only one person was able to see or understand, and not only understand and sympathize and have empathy towards our cause over here, but two people have not only enough sympathy that they're willing to give and contribute their own hard-earned money so we could have pizza. Okay, I'm not using it to buy a Range Rover or go gambling or buy extravagant things. It's just simple basic pizza. We're talking about simple basic needs, from education to health to football. Of course, football is life. So thank you very much again, Quincy, for being our first, and Jim Bob, thanks again for being our second contribution. I've been doing this. I've been out of prison for about 6 months now. So not just one person, but two people are validating that you want me to continue making content that's entertaining and informative and also makes a difference. Everybody's always talking about all these bad things I do to these children. And somebody in the comments, well, one of those children is Joy. And everybody can see for themselves, she was one of the children that I helped. And not only we all started as children once, and then she became a friend, and then she became a lover, and she became a wife, and then she became a mother. She was actually, unlike some people, she wasn't actually pregnant when she got married to her husband. And now, not only is she in America, but she has kids that were born in America also. Maybe one, I think, was born here when one was born in America. Either way, that they're not only are they born in America, but they're also born white. Think about that. Two major advantages. And imagine what it's like from that skit White Like Me with Eddie Murphy, where you don't have to, you can go to any bank and get a loan. If you're black, you would never get a loan, but if you're white, you can get a loan right away. You don't need any contingencies. Just like in that Eddie Murphy skit, White Like Me. If you don't want to know what it is, look it up. And if you're white, you don't ever have to pay for your newspaper. So, but we don't have that privilege, obviously. We have to beg. And if we have to beg, so Hero can have a pizza, he can actually finish one of these pizzas by themselves, then so be it. I'm not too proud to beg for pizza. So let's take a look at the pizza. And here's what we have. The boss actually got stuffed crust pizza, as you can see. So this is kind of a combination. Let's check it out. Looking good. Looking good with the cheese and the crust. So that's why it was additional. And like I said, over here at S&R, they pretty much give it to you wholesale, all their stuff. It's the memberships that they make their money from. So that's, and this is Meat Lovers, it looks like, and it's stuffed crust. So for $25, I have to say, when it comes to pizzas here in the Philippines, most of them suck, especially the local stuff, because they're going for the cheap mass market. But if you want quality pizza, I have to say my favorite, and this is probably my opinion based on the ingredients and the taste and the texture, and I would have to say S&R pizza is the best. The next would be Yellow Cab and Shakey's. So those are the three that I recommend. I mean, I'll eat pizza if somebody offers it to me, especially if it's free. Everybody always asks me what my favorite food is, and I always say sayuli. And they always ask me, what's sayuli? You know, there's people like Italian foods, people like Vietnamese food, some people even like Thai food, but I like sayuli. People ask, what's sayuli? Sayuli means sayo libre. Sayo libre means, in Tagalog, if you translate to English, sayo means yours, libre means free. It means you're treating. So that's kind of my joke that I made up, that I actually wrote that joke. You know the language and the culture if you can make jokes in their language that you actually originally wrote. And I'm sure people are going to copy that, but that's fine. And just as long as it'd be nice if you reference it, but if you don't, no big deal. But this is what we're having for lunch. Thanks to Quincy. So if you want to check out Quincy's page, he's always leaving comments. Just click on the link, click on his name, and you'll see what content he has. I think he only has 2 videos, but he has a YouTube channel. Anyway, that's what we're having for lunch today, thanks to Quincy. So a special shout out again. If you like our videos, if you find them entertaining, if you find them informative. And also, I just want to say one thing to Brain Dead and his cult followers. As you can see, they're always making these accusations. And it's just like, look, okay, who died and made you guys judge? What do you guys, who gave you guys the right to judge me when I've already been judged? Isn't the basic rule of law is innocent until proven guilty? But with these cult followers, as you can see, that's why they're called cult followers, because no matter what, no matter how wrong they are, they'll still follow like a cult. It's like, it's the basic rule here is innocent until proven guilty. What part of that do you not understand? What the part of that do you not agree with? I mean, if you're American, that's as American as apple pie. Innocent until proven guilty. That is the basic law. But what these cult followers adhere to, obviously, is guilty until proven innocent. Okay, so of course, if I go to Jollibee, I'm automatically guilty. And what about if the girl is still, she did a medical legal report, a medical doctor examined her vagina, and it says it's still a virgin. It's still a virgin. Oh, I'm still guilty. I'm still guilty of rape. I'm still guilty of human trafficking. Look, it's not like I put an innocent person in jail so I could steal his money. And who is that? Right? But these cult followers, they're fanatics. They're coming from such a abnormal place. It's not normal. And these abnormal places, there's a lot of them. And I like to think that that their cult followers and their cult leaders will get what they deserve. But it's not up to me. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I just kind of follow what the community wants me to do. And right now, the community wants me to enjoy this delicious pizza. So thank you very much again, Quincy. I can't thank you enough. Like I said, it just gives me so much hope, so much inspiration. And Hero is gonna enjoy this pizza so much because like all teenagers, he has like a voracious appetite. He'll eat anything. Especially he loves pizza. He's like a ninja turtle. Loves pizza, loves hamburgers, loves all those things that make life worth living. And thanks to kind, generous gentlemen like Quincy and Jim Bob. And what makes Quincy so different is he's actually been here to the Philippines and he's actually experienced what I've experienced. He'll tell you himself that he's actually met the girls while I was in prison. He had the audacity and he was brave to come here after what happened to me to meet the girls. But the girls he was meeting were fine and they weren't part of the problem. And speaking of the problem, the girls that were actually involved in my case, they're complainant. They were actually the complainants. Of course, they may have initiated it, but the police are the ones who actually orchestrated it, so masterminded it. So I can't really blame them that much. The point I wanted to make here is, let's face reality. This is the Philippines, and when it comes to pretty girls, everybody knows what I'm talking about. That it's not only the oldest profession. It's the only profession now, especially with this pandemic. I repeat, if you have a pretty face and you're hungry and you need money, and it doesn't matter what their age is. Okay, guess what they're doing now? Well, guess what they were doing? How are they supporting themselves? How are they gonna get money? How are they gonna? And when girls prostitute themselves, they're not doing it for basics. They're doing it so they can have makeup money, so they can have boyfriend money, so they can have going out money. Okay, when you gave me the money, this is it. This is the basics. I'm not spending it on some lavish. Actually, maybe you could make an argument about shoes, but football is life. That's probably the only lavishness or extravagance that we allow ourselves. But what are you going to do? You people who are fathers would understand. If I can't do it, if you can't say, when you have children, you can't say no to their faces. So what I'll do is I'll find a way. So I can't get it for him, but maybe other people, I can convince other people to get him the expensive football shoes. But anyway, the point I'm saying is that, look, what did the police do? The girls were selling themselves online now. It's like cam girls are the new bar girls, and it's not hard. If you know my complainants, you'll probably find stuff that they did online floating around out there. And what is cybercrime police gonna do? Nothing, because there's no money in it for them to steal. Obviously, okay? So don't think that I was selling virgins and I should go to jail, which is the most stupidest thing or ludicrous thing I've ever heard. Because if somebody needs to go to jail for the rest of life, a crime has to be committed. This is not Minority Report. This is not that Tom Cruise movie where like, oh, we're going to put people in jail even if there's no crime committed. That's not how it works. A crime has to be committed, and you can't put somebody in jail because of suspicion. That's not how it works. A crime has to actually happen. The sad part, like I said, is, and then why do these people do it? It's because they could steal money. And because of money, it doesn't matter what their age is. You're talking about these children. Oh, what the hell do you think they're doing? How else do you think they're buying their bags, their clothes, their shoes now? Before, everybody knew how we were doing it, how they were getting their bags and shoes and clothes. And how are they doing it now? Oh, you don't know? Because you can't put two and two together, because you can't apply. These same children, if you look at them, if you look at their posts, if you look at what they're doing, so where are they getting all this money? Where are they? And what is it? From their college education, from their hard work. Guess what? They're selling their vaginas. Once they went to that medical doc, once they went to a stranger to show, hey, look at my virgin vagina. I'm doing this so the police can get money. Well, forget them. I'm going to use my vagina so I can make money. In their defense, I would do the same thing. Hey, I need money. I got a vagina. I showed it to this doctor so the police can make money from it, so they can steal money from it. Now, why can't I make money from my vagina? What do feminists think about that? Do you think it's wrong for them to be selling their vagina? And what about their age? What about their children? And who's stopping them? Obviously, the person that's stopping that from happening was put in prison. And I have the documentation to prove it. And now, what are they doing now? At least everybody knows where my pizza is coming from. Now you just need to apply two and two together. Where are they getting their boyfriend money from? So here's your three choices. You've got the Jejemons out there You've got the simps out there sending them money, and you got me. With the Jejimons, that's pretty much enough said. They spend the money on the drug addicts. The simps out there that send money, the ones that are sending the money now because they're selling their vaginas online, what are they going to do with the money? They're going to spend it on not on the basics. They're not going to spend it on their education. They're not going to spend it on their health. They're going to spend it on tattoos and their Jejimons. So simps and Jejimons are actually one category. And then you got me. And you already saw that we have documentation. I have video of supporting their school. I have documentation now that they're virgins. And what happens when I'm not there helping them? Tattoos, simps, and Jejimons. You pick your poison. This is the Philippines. Let's face reality. This is not, you can't apply your first world standards just because they're children. They're not going to be bar girls or cam girls because it's so easy to get around that. That doesn't apply. Just that's like underage drinking over there. Who exactly is enforcing it? And as you can see, cybercrime is only interested in just stealing money and not in any enforcing, since they themselves are committing cybercrime themselves. But that's the reality here in the Philippines. But these cult followers can't seem to put two and two together. And that's what a lot of reasons why they're very upset. But anyway, I've gone long enough. Thanks again, Quincy. Thanks again, Jim Bob. And we're going to enjoy this delicious pizza. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks if everybody found this monologue, this rant enjoyable, informative. And if you like this delicious pizza, just like me, then give Jim Bob and Quincy a big thank you for today's lunch. This is Bebels Only. Thanks for watching.